John Cena has set the record.
All right, guys, we're here to talk about WWE WrestleMania 41. We'll talk about both nights, night 1 and night 2. Go over my final review of both nights and as a whole. Check out more at the Red Carpet Ring.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys, we're here at the Red Carpet Ring. We'll talk about WWE WrestleMania 41 final review. We're going to go over the whole show of both nights combined. I will go over night 1 review and night 2 review. Then overall, let's cover it. Get the likes as we come in. We're going to go over the whole show of this whole extravaganza that happened at Las Vegas. This is the match card for both nights, guys. I'll go over night 1, like I said, what I liked about night 1, then we'll talk about night 2. So we are at the end of WrestleMania 41. Now it's in the rearview mirror. Now it's time to talk more about it. But let's get into more of it because definitely something that needs to be discussed. Now, this is night 1 specifically. We got these matches here. But let's get started. Now, the first match on the card to open WrestleMania 41, we had the World Heavyweight Championship bout. We had Jey Uso, the Royal Rumble winner, challenging Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jey Uso put all the fight he could. He was literally the ultimate underdog. And as he was the ultimate underdog, he gave Gunther everything he had. As he stated in the promo before WrestleMania, he's not scared of Gunther. He gave Gunther plenty of spears. He definitely gave him plenty of frog splashes. Gunther kept kicking out. But one thing Jey did this time to secure the victory, he gave not only multiple frog splashes, he did something that we normally don't see out of Jey Uso. Jey Uso set Gunther up in a submission hold. And when he did that, he didn't even have to hold the submission hold long. It was not long before that Gunther would tap out to Jey Uso submission. And next thing you know, we have ourselves a brand new World Heavyweight Champion. Jey Uso's crowned World Heavyweight Champion. He's later congratulated by his brother, Jimmy Uso. So congratulations to Jey Uso and Gunther in the run at 259 days. Now let's go on to the next match. We got a World Tag Team Championship match. The New Day challenged the War Raiders. This was a good match. I like the story here. As we know, the New Day, they still their new heel persona. I've been saying it for months now. They need something different, they need a storyline. And they did just that. Now, they did everything they could to get over. But we know as well that they cheated to win. While they had Ivar down, Kofi held his leg while Xavier was pinning him. 1, 2, 3. Brand new tag team champions, the New Day. Congratulations to the New Day. But we're going to move on to the next match. We had Naomi versus Jade Cargill. This has been going on since Jade Cargill was attacked last November. Later to reveal it was Naomi, with Jade Cargill returning at Elimination Chamber. But these two, it was a good bout. Good story between these two. We saw a lot of offense from Jade, but we saw some good offense from Naomi. My prediction originally was that Naomi was going to get the win. She was going to defeat Jade Cargill. However, because Jade Cargill is the huge babyface and this rising star for WWE, they let Jade Cargill defeat Naomi. And I guess that's going to be it between these two. I was expecting more of a series, but congratulations to Jade Cargill. Let's move on to the next match. Next match, we have the United States Championship match. LA Knight, the champions, the Fenix championship against Jacob Fatu. I would have to say both of these men had good chemistry with one another. I like how LA Knight was keeping up with the pace. Jacob Fatu was showing his dominance like he always does. I liked how one move, LA Knight got the BFT. Whatever LA Knight was throwing at Jacob Fatu, he kept kicking out. And later, next thing we know, we had Jacob Fatu come in. He hit that moonsault, and it was pretty much a wrap. Jacob Fatu defeated LA Knight. And next thing you know, we have ourselves a brand new United States champion in Jey Fatu. This is his first singles championship in WWE. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do more, how they're going to tell the story of Jey Fatu now that he's a champion. But definitely good chemistry there. LA Knight, his run, I think, ended, 50, 60 days. Congratulations to Jey Fatu, brand new United States champion. But let's move on to the next match on the card, and that will be El Grande versus Rey Fenix. So originally Rey Mysterio, but the SmackDown before WrestleMania, Rey Mysterio got injured, and they had to call an audible. Now, we know Rey Fenix just arrived at WWE not too long ago, so we knew that it would not be exactly perfect sequence of a match. It was not a bad match, considering it was a last-minute situation. But El Grande, he cheated by doing what he always does. He puts the metal plate under his mask. He hit a headbutt on Rey Fenix. That allowed El Grande Americano to gain a pinfall victory. And he wins his singles WrestleMania debut. Congratulations to El Grande Americano. Rey Fenix did everything he could to keep him down, but El Grande always got something up his sleeve. So that was good for him to get the victory. I'm waiting to see what next they're going to do with this character, how far they're going to go. Will this feud continue, or when Rey Mysterio gets healed? We'll see what happens, though. Congratulations to El Grande Americano. The next match we have on here, we have Tiffany Stratton defending the WWE Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair, the Women's Royal Rumble winner of that match. Now, these two, they've been going at it. It was a lot of offense early on through Charlotte Flair. I know there was parts in the match where I think Wade Barrett had mentioned that Charlotte Flair better end it. Charlotte said, I will. I would have to say this was like my least favorite match of night one. It seemed like it was a disaster. No, it seemed very uncoordinated and everything. And it ended so crazy. I didn't like this match too much. I did see that, Charlotte Flair tried to figure eight. Charlotte Flair, she had botched the natural selection. And Tiffany Stratton, she just was not, it was just very uncoordinated. Now, Tiffany Stratton, she will go on to defeat Charlotte Flair, but she ended not only having a bruised up face, she also had a chipped tooth. But this was not my favorite match, though, guys. I have to be honest. I was not on board with this one. Hopefully, they revisit this match later in the future. And I always said it, just like I said before, just too premature of a feud to start now. Way premature. Last but not least, we had the main event. We had CM Punk, the best in the world, versus the OTC Roman Reigns, and also the visionary Seth Rollins. Now, we know that Paul Heyman accompanied CM Punk to the ring, main event WrestleMania first time. But all three of these men, I would have to say, worked very well together. Despite the animosity, they do not like each other, storyline-wise, and maybe even real life. But we know that these three men, they did work well. One particular spot I liked in the match where it was CM Punk gave a GTS to Seth Rollins, then Roman Reigns speared CM Punk, and then the stomp Seth Rollins was able to do onto Roman Reigns, I believe. But it was very good. I liked how that worked out. And then it got to the point, too, where Roman Reigns had a good advantage outside the ring. Now, Seth Rollins was trying to talk Roman Reigns into reforming the Shield and taking out CM Punk where it come down to Roman and Seth. Seemed like we was going to get the triple power bomb or double power bomb. Roman Reigns, definitely declined Seth Rollins' request. He dead Seth Rollins and he powerbombed CM Punk through a table. And later on will also powerbomb Seth Rollins through a table. And then later on, the turning point of the match is where all three men were down. Paul Heyman grabbed a chair, handed CM Punk. Looked like CM Punk was going to hit Roman Reigns. That's where Paul Heyman betrayed CM Punk. Then we thought it was going to be Paul Heyman, Roman Reigns together again. OTC was smiling as he was going to hit Seth Rollins, as he was getting up. And Paul Heyman was instructing Roman Reigns to do it. Next thing you know, Paul Heyman also low-blowed and betrayed Roman Reigns as well. And without even looking at Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins put his hand out, took the chair, he attacked Roman Reigns, later ended with a curb stomp, and he would later pin the OTC 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins is the winner of the classic triple threat match. And also, Seth Rollins is a Paul Heyman guy. He aligned himself with Paul Heyman, just like I said he would. But great match though. But let's move on to night two. Night two, we have the Women's World Championship, opening WrestleMania night 2 of WrestleMania 41. We had Stephanie McMahon come on. She introduced WrestleMania. Io Sky defended the championship against Rhea Ripley, previous champion, and Elimination Chamber winner Bianca Belair. Another classic bout of a triple threat style. Three women worked together. Kind of reminiscent of the main event of night 1 that I just discussed with Roman Reigns, Seth, and Rollins. But these 3 women definitely got it on. Bianca Belair hitting the KOD. We had Rhea Ripley hit the Riptide. It seemed like Bianca Belair was going to get the win. She hit the KOD on Rhea Ripley, finally able to get it. Io Sky at the top rope. She comes down on Bianca. She pins Bianca 1, 2, 3. Next thing you know, Rhea Ripley and Bianca lose, and Io Sky is still Women's World Champion. But this match here, let's go on to the next match. We got Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest Sin City match. I said this before, this will be a very, very, very good match. It will be underrated, and definitely they did their thing. I like how Damian Priest did the Razor's Edge style powerbomb to the tables of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre even at one point took a selfie of him attacking Damian Priest. But the turning point was Drew McIntyre hit the Claymore on the chair in the turnbuckle in the corner on Damian Priest. He did that, and that was a great Claymore. I never seen a Claymore like that before. But that Claymore is what secured the victory of Drew McIntyre. As I predicted, Drew McIntyre needed this win, and he got it. And I'm glad he got it, though. Very good match of both men. Drew McIntyre looked strong, and Damian even looked strong, too, in defeat. Congratulations to Drew McIntyre. Next match, we got the 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker defended his Intercontinental Championship against Penta and Judgment Day members Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. Very good bout here. Braun Breaker, I don't think he's human sometimes. He has some very good spots where he did a mid-air spear outside the ring to Penta, and he also got Carlito on the announce table. But it will be Dominic Mysterio who hit the 619 on Finn. As Finn Balor, like he had the pinfall victory, it was Dominic Mysterio who had the pinfall victory. And Dominic Mysterio is your brand new Intercontinental Champion. His first singles title from the main roster. Second title overall he's ever held as a singles competitor. But congratulations to Dominic Mysterio. I said him or Finn will win. I originally had Finn winning, but Dominic, very good win for him. But let's move on to another match. Randy Orton was really scheduled to face Kevin Owens due to KO's injury. He had an open challenge. And I thought Rusev was going to come out or Aleister Black, but it ended up being TNA World Champion Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears. Randy Orton RKO'd him. Wasn't a long match, pretty much a opposing match. Randy Orton defeated Joe Hendry. Not my most favorite open challenge, but what can I say? I thought Joe Hendry should at least won the match. I was not too big on this one since he is the TNA World Champ. But I get it, Randy Orton's the bigger name. He's a legend killer. Still didn't need to win, though. But that was the end of that whole match. Wasn't too long. But let's move on. We got ourselves a one-on-one match. AJ Styles, the Phenomenal One, go against Logan Paul. This was a solid match, too. I like this match. AJ Styles had some good offense in there. Logan Paul had some good offense in there. But the turning point came when Karrion Kross and Logan Paul's magic got involved, caused a distraction it caused Logan Paul to gain pinfall victory over AJ Styles. Even AJ Styles attacked Karrion Kross before he went back in, but AJ Styles kept his eye off the ball, and that's what caused him to lose the match. Congratulations to Logan Paul for the victory, though. At least he got that in the bag. But let's move on to the next match on the card. We got a tag team championship match for the women's division. Lyra and her mystery partner became Becky Lynch the Man. They would challenge Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. It looked like Raquel and Liv had this match done. Lyra and Becky, good combination. They kept fighting. And it ended up being Lyra and Becky gained a pinfall victory over Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And we got ourselves brand new women's tag team champions. Becky, this is her second reign. And Lyra 2 belts. Already women's Americano champion and the tag team champion. But good win for them. But it ends Raquel and Liv's run, who just won the belts. But congratulations to Becky and Lyra. But last but not least, let's get to the main event. All main events. John Cena, the 2025 Elimination Chamber winner, going for a 17th run against Cody Rhodes, the reigning, defending, Undisputed WWE Champion. Oh, this match here. One of the worst main events, I have to say, of all time. And it makes it worse than that. Is of names of John Cena and Cody Rhodes, 2 big names in WWE. This match started off very, very slow, very sluggish. It's like John Cena and Cody wasn't even wrestling for a while. He kept walking around, Cena doing his heel stuff, going outside the ring. But turning point came where John Cena hit so many AAs on Cody. Cody kept kicking out. Cody Rhodes hit crossroads a few times, a Cody cutter. John Cena kicked out. The turning point is where the ref was knocked out. Cena tried to grab the title to attack Cody. Cody grabbed the title, and he did not let Cena do it. Then we had Travis Scott come out as well to distract that Cody Rhodes crossroads him and all that. And also, Cena was able to low blow Cody, kick him in the groin, hit him with the belt. Next thing you know, we got a 17-time world champion. Congratulations to Cena, record-breaking 17-time world champion. But this is all of night 1 and night 2 combined. These are all the matches here from night 1 and night 2. So we had a total, I want to say, 13 matches, if I'm not mistaken. 12, 13, 14 matches between both nights. So we had a lot going on. All the men's championships, world titles, and secondary championships changed. But let's go over my review of night 1 and night 2. I would say night 1, I give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was a very average show. The main event was great. The opener was solid. Some matches I didn't like Charlotte Flair, Tiffany, the women's tag team championship. At the time, I did not like that finish. It was still good, though. And I didn't like Jade Cargill defeat Naomi. I thought Naomi should have had that win. Night 2 was 4 out of 5. A little bit better matches, better lineup. Overall, 3.5 out of 5. I get this show. This is not one of my favorite WrestleManias. I have to be honest. Not at the top of my list. You guys let me know what you thought of WrestleMania 41, night 1 and night 2. But I thought some matches could have been constructed better. It seemed like the booking, it starts out very well, very strong to kick off the PLE. Then near the middle and the end, that's where it starts to dwindle down. So I noticed that with the book with Triple H. But that was okay show. I thought it was all hype. Celebrities. They played all Vegas, the atmosphere. But other than that, that's all I have for WWE WrestleMania 41 Final Review. Check out the content here, Red Carpet Rain. Until then, guys, you already know what it is. It's OUT.